Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu rasulillah. So this is outline for chapter 4. If you recall, 4 sections in this chapter, and the whole chapter is about awamil, awamil, governing words. Amil is singular, awamil is plural. The first part is huruf ul amila, particles that govern. Second part is al-af'al al-amila, verbs that govern. And the third section is asma'ul amila, nouns that govern. And finally, huruf ghayr al-amila, particles that do not govern. So we are starting here in the first section, al-huruf al-amila. And we covered last time al-huruf al-nasiba, those huruf that give nasiba, make the next word nasab. Inshallah, today we will talk about al-huruf al-jazima, those huruf that give jazm, and go on from there, inshallah. So last time we talked about al-huruf al-nasiba, those particles that give a nasab, and there were 4 that we mentioned: an, lan, k, and izan. And we talked about an, lan, k, and izan, and we talked about what each means. An means that or to, lan means will not, never, k is so that, then, and izan means then in that case. And then we mostly talked about afterwards special cases of an. There were notes about an, lots of notes about an. There were 3 notes, actually, like 4 notes about an. I think total of 4 notes. Let's see how many notes there were. Yeah, 4 notes, but this second note had like a whole bunch of points in it. So the first note, sometimes an with its fi'l gives the meaning of mastar, and then an is hidden in the 6 circumstances that we talked about, and then there are 2 other notes that were about an. So an has to be written after lam ta'lil, and then finally an, which appears after a verb with the root letters alama, is not a huruf nasab. So in that case, it does not act a huruf nasab. In this section, we did not talk much about lan, k, or izan. Presumably, we'll talk about that in the future. But next, and however, we should now go on to the next section, which is still part of huruf that are amila. Now we're going to talk about a different set, not those that cause nasaba, but those that give jazm. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is section 4.1. The second part of it is on page 114 in my textbook. So, al-huruf al-jazima. Al-huruf al-jazima, particles that give jazm or sukoon, like this. These are as follows. Okay, so these are in, lam, lamma. That's a shadda. Lamma. Lam al-amr and nam al-nahi. I like this. I like this. I'll tell you why I like it. Lam al-amr. Lam al-amri. I like the way they write this. And la, this is la. La un-nahi. La un-nahi. Like this. Okay. So there's la, lam al-amr, and la un-nahi. Watch, this is lam al-amr, and this is la un-nahi. Okay, this is la. This is la, and this is lam. Okay, so let me just make sure you get that part. So this is lam li-amr, like this, and this is la. Okay, so that's what that is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these are the particles that give jazm. These appear before fi'l al-mudari, cause the following changes. So they appear, okay, before fi'l al-mudari. before, as we know, فعل مضارع. They appear before فعل مضارع. Okay, now I'm going to make a table of what they do. Okay, so here we go. Here's a table. This is harf jazm. Harf jazm. I don't know why it's doing funky thing here. And their meaning. Let's write down the meaning. So in means if. There we go. Lam means did not. Lamma means not yet. And li, this lam of amr is should, shall, or let. La means do not. Okay, so we'll give some examples of some sentences. In tajlis, ajlis. So notice that these are sukoons over here because of the harf jazm. In tajlis, if you sit, I will sit. Okay, if you sit, I will sit. Okay, in tajlis, ajlis. Lam yadribni. He did not hit me. So here's an example of this. Lam yadribni. Yadribni. So notice this is fail mudari. All of these are fail mudari. Lam yadribni. He did not hit me. Yeah. So notice this is all fail mudari. Okay. Lam yadribni. And lamma is not yet. ذهب الولد ولما يعود. This is important. ذهب الولد. Okay. ذهب الولد ولما يعود. يعود. See, there's a sukoon here. Okay, there's a sukoon because of the lamma. Okay, all right. The boy went but has not returned yet. The boy went but has not returned yet. Okay, that's what that means. ليجلس, he should sit. This is lam amr. ليجلس. Okay, again this is ليجلس because he should sit. Okay, we got this. And finally لا تجلس. لا تجلس, do not sit. You do not sit. Okay, do not sit. Darn it. Okay, so there we go. So these are just some examples of al-huruf al-jazima. So in lam, lamma, lam al-amr, and la al-nahi. Lam al-amr, la al-nahi. Alright, so that's just example. And there's a bunch of notes. Okay, so notes. In appears before two verbal sentences. Okay, in appears before two verbal sentences. That's number one. In. Okay. Okay. In. Okay. It appears before two verbal sentences. Okay, maybe the emphasis here should be like in appears before two verbal sentences. It has to be two, and it has to be verbal sentences. Okay, the first one is called shart, and the second one is called jaza. Okay, So the first one is called shart, and the second one is called jazm. So here's in, okay, alright. So it comes between two verb or sentences. The first one is called shart, shartun, and the second one is called jaza'un, jaza'un. Okay, so it comes between these two sentences. The first one is shart and the second is jaza. Okay, so what does shart mean anyway? Shart is condition and answer. Shart is a condition. Okay, and the second is an answer or result. Okay, so that's in comes in between two verbal sentences. Okay, that's pretty cool, huh? It's like in tajlis ajlis. In comes before. I made a mistake here. Why does in come between? I would do before, but between. So we gotta take this in out of here, and you gotta put that in the front because it comes in the before. So let's write that in here. So in comes here, in, it goes in short, and then like this. There we go. We got that. Cool. Alright, so in comes. Sometimes you learn best by your dumb mistakes. Alright, here number 2. Note number 2. If in appears before illa, it should be translated negatively. Okay, in is a tricky word, man. I'm just telling you, it's got all these things going on. In and un. Okay. If in, okay, comes, okay, before illa, we need some serious color here. Before illa. If in comes before illa, okay, it should be translated negatively. Okay, it should be translated negatively. Okay, negatively, negatively. Okay. Alright, let's do this best by example. Example is the best. In haza illa malakun kareem. Okay, so we have in haza, okay, illa malakun kareemun. Okay, so here we have in, it's coming before illa. Okay, right. In haza illa malakun kareem. Okay, so this is translated negatively. So how do we translate it then? We translate this: he is not but an honorable angel. He is not, okay, but an honorable angel. That's how it's translated. He's not but an honorable angel. Okay, that's what it means. In haza illa malakun kareem. He's not, but, because the meaning of in is if, right? So if, right? So it does mean if in this case. This is not except. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, fair enough. This negation could also be expressed as he's only an honorable mention. He is not but an honorable engine, or he is only an honorable angel. You can translate that to ANGLE. ANG, angel. Okay, here we go. Note number 3. Moving right along. Note number 3. Okay, lam can also be used to give the meaning of lamma. Lam can also be used to give meaning of lamma. Okay, lam can also be used to give meaning of lamma. Okay, so we didn't have enough room there, so that's cool. For this, ba'du or ila'an is added. Okay, for this. Okay, بعد or إلى الآن is added. Either one is added. So lam can be used to give meaning of lamma. For this, okay, بعد or إلى الآن is added. Okay, so let's see if I could give an example. After the fi'l mudari, which was given jazm by lam. Okay, after the fi'l mudari. Okay, after the fi'l mudari. Alright, so let's just give an example here. لم يذهب لم يذهب لم يذهب لم يذهب, he did not. بعض, okay, which لم يذهب mean he did not go. Okay, بعض, if you add بعض, it means he did not go yet. So this is kind of like yet. He has not gone yet. Has not gone yet. Okay, you got that. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's, you can get that, I think, eventually. Number 3, note number 4. Number 4. Cool, let's see what this is about. Fa should be brought before the jaza of a shart when jaza is one of the following. Okay, fa should be brought before a jaza, before one of these jazas. Okay, before the jazaun, okay, of a shart, of a shartun, jazaun of a shartun. Okay, when the jaza, when the jaza, what the, when the jaza, okay, when the jazaun is one of the following, is one of the following. Okay, so examples please. Okay, A, jumlatun ismiyatun, jumlatun ismiyatun. Okay, jumla ismiya. Okay, alright, example please. Okay, I'll give you example. In ta'atini fa anta mukramun. Okay, in, if ta'atini, if you come to me, in ta'atini, and then put a fa. Okay, in ta'atini fa anta mukramun. If you come to me, you will be treated. Fa anta mukramun, you will be treated hospitably. Okay, if you come to me, you will be treated hospitably. Okay, so if it's jumla is anta mukramun, okay, fi inta. So if a jumla ismiya, right? So this is a jumla ismiya. Okay, therefore you have to bring a fa. Okay, got that. Number B. Alright, fa. You have to bring a fa if there are 4 conditions. Ooh, let me try to squeeze them. Amrun ahidu. Okay, so amrun. Amrun. Okay, I should try to squeeze all of them in here. Okay, so amrun. Write this. Okay, here we go. If it's amr, okay, here's a short. In ra'ayta Zaydan. So this is the short. If you see Zaydan, فأكرمهم. And this is the jaza, and the jaza is a amr. And because it's an amr, you have to bring a fa. In ra'ayta Zaydan. If you say Zayd, فأكرمهم, then treat him honorably. Since the jaza'un, the answer to the short jaza'un is a command, then you have to bring a fa. In ra'ayta Zaydan fa'akrimhum. Okay, so 2 things. So we got jumla ismiya and amr. We have to bring a fa. And then let's see, the third thing is nahyun. Same thing, kinda. Nahyun. If it's a nahyun, let me write the example. So here it is again. Here's the short. In attack Zaydan. Okay, if Zayd comes to you, in attack Zaydan, فلا تُوحِنْهُ, then do not humiliate him. So since this is nahi, okay, since the jawab is nahi, then you have to bring a fa. Okay, so that's that. If Zayd comes to you, do not humiliate him. If Zayd comes to you, do not humiliate him. Got it? Okay. Nahyun. And finally, okay, the last categories you have to bring the fa is du'a. Du'a'un. Okay, let me write this one. If it's a du'a, that is if the jaza is a du'a. Here's a jaza. In akramtani, if you treat me honorably, then Allah may Allah reward you. Right? So here's the jaza, which is a du'a. So that's why the fa has to come. Okay, so in akramtani, if you treat me honorably, then may, that's may, okay, it's terrible, then may Allah reward you well. Okay, that's how they write it. Okay, so that's cool. So that's point number 4. Okay, so these are notes number 4. So the notes is when you have to bring a fa in certain conditions for the jaza. Okay, so we got the jaza. Okay, and there's a 5th note, and then we'll be finished. Let's see if I could finish the 5 here. Yeah, inshallah we can finish the 5th note here. And notes are blue. Our notes are blue today. So number 5. Al-fi'l madi will be translated in the future tense when it is. Al-fi'l al-madi madi here, not mudari. Al-fi'l al-madi, okay, will be translated in the future. In the future. As in the future, okay? Future tense. Okay, in the future tense. Okay? When it is these circumstances. Okay? There are 3. What are those 3 circumstances? A. Used as a dua. As a du'a'un. Du'a'un. Okay, example. Jazakallah khairan. Jazakallah khairan. May Allah reward you. Right? This is may Allah reward you well. Jazakallah, that's a past tense word, okay? But it is translated as a future tense because it's a dua, okay? Because it's a dua, the past tense word is translated into a future tense. Okay, that's cool. Number B, okay, is a harf shart, preceded by harf shart. Preceded by harf shart. Harfu shartin. Okay. Example, please. In jalasta, jalastu. If you sit, I sit. Okay. In jalasta, jalasta. Okay. In jalasta, jalastu. Jalastu. So jalasta is you sat. Jalastu is I sat. But this will be translated as future tense. Okay. Because this is a harfu shartin over here. Harfu shartin. Okay. So if you sit, I will sit. If you sit, okay, I will sit. If you sit, I will sit. See, future tense. Got that? Cool. So number 3, preceded by ismun mausul. Okay, it's preceded by ismun mausulun. Ismun mausulun. Okay. Example, please. Oh, that's a big one. Here we go. Man ja'a bil hasanati falahu ashru amsaliha. Okay. Whoever comes with good, there will be 10 like for him. Right? Whoever comes with good, there will be 10 like for him. Like it for him. So man ja'a. So this is fi'l mudari, but it will be translated as future tense because it's preceded by a ism mawsul. Man, here ism mawsul. Ism mawsul allazi, remember allazi and allati, and they have like these 4 extra, and this is man, right? Man was one of the extra, and there's like the ma, it was another one, ayu, ayatun. Those are also another ism mawsul. This is on page 40 of our textbook if you want to review. So الذي الذي اللذان اللذين الذين التي اللتان اللتين اللاتي اللواتي. Okay, so those are the typical ism mawsul right here. Okay, but there were 4 categories of other words that are used as ism mawsul. The first here was man and ma. They can be used as ism mawsul, and ayun and ayatun are also used as ism mawsul, and al with fa'il or maf'ul. For example, Nasir. An-Nasir means the one who's helper, right? Or Al-Mansur is the one who was helped. So there are also al with either ism fa'il, ism maf'ul also as acts as ism maf'ul, and zu. So these are 4 other categories of ism mawsul. So that's why this man actually here is ism mawsul. So ism mawsul is precedes this fi'l madi. So in that case, it will be translated in the future. Samanja, whoever comes bil hasanati with the good, falahu ashru amsaliha for him. Okay, so that's why it's translated. That's so cool. So that's point number 5 over here, and that actually concludes this section. So we shall review briefly, and then we'll be finished with this section after our review. So let's review. So in this section we talked about al-huruf jazm. So the first part of the chapter was all the harf that are amil. So the first section was the harf that made other words mansub. Here we're talking about huruf that give the words jazm or jazma. So huruf al jazima. So these are huruf al jami. So in, lam, lama, and then lam al amr and lam la nahi. Sorry, lam al amr, and la un nahi. Okay, so those five you have to remember. In means if, lam means did not, lama means not yet, li means that's amr, right? Should, shall, or let, la means do not. So we give examples of these. And then we had some notes, okay? So the notes were if in appears before two verbal sentences. So in something and something, and the first sentence is called a shart, the second is called jaza, condition and answer result. If in comes before illa, it should be translated negatively. In haza illa malakun kareem was the example. He is not but an honored angel. Number 3, lam can also be used to mean lamma. Okay, if in that case, if you want to give the meaning of lamma, you have to add either ba'du or ila al-an until now is added after the fi'l mudar. Lam yashab ba'du or lam yazhab ila al-an. He did not yet leave. Okay. And number 4, fa should be brought before jaza'un of a shart when the jaza'un is one of the following. So fa is brought before a jaza. Okay. In these circumstances, there are 4 circumstances. If this is jumlatul ismiya, if this is a amr, or if this is a nahyun, or if this is a dua. In those cases, a fa is brought before. And finally, fail mudari will be translated in the future tense in these three circumstances. If it's a dua, jazakallah khaira is not Allah, may Allah reward you. Literally would mean Allah has rewarded you. So, but it's translated in the future. It's jazakallah khairan, and then preceded by harfu shartin. So if it's preceded by harf shad, in jalasta, jalastu, if you sit, I sit. Or finally, is preceded by, if it's preceded by ismu mausul, okay, like man here, they say man ja'a bil hasanati falahu ashru amsal. Okay, so that was this section, alhamdulillah, inshallah. So we shall go on with the next section next time. Assalatu wassalamu ala